Hello, juicers. This is Edward back with another episode of Spirit Juice No Additives. How you guys doing? It's been a while. I haven't posted since last week when I disclosed my HIV status and dealing with how I felt after. A lot of you guys were supportive, which made me feel, okay with my decision. And a lot of people say, well, don't tell your business and don't tell too much of, because people will use it against you. How could you? I'm 54 years old. I'm 55. I'm just used to saying 54. I turned 55 on the 27th of September. But yeah, I have to think about, is it more important to me that I keep it to myself or more important that I give it away to people that can benefit from the knowledge of it, my testimony, God has manifested in such a mighty way in my life. And in order for him to get the glory, I have to share it, right? I mean, it's not, when I hoard it to myself, I'm taking ownership as if this is something I'm proud of. This and that and this and that. The proud stuff we want to give away, but the stuff that make us look less than, we want to keep it inside. I ain't taking ownership of nothing this world don't put on me. Okay? Nothing. I am a new creature in Christ. Okay? That was the old person. You're looking at the new person. I'm the new person, right? Yeah. So I decided, hey, I'm not dead. I'm healthy. I lived my life in fear for decades. Found out that I was HIV positive in 2009. And on the most part, I am living. It's time for me to step out and not care so much what other people think about my life. Because ain't nobody paying my bills. Ain't nobody here to console. Ain't nobody here to make a positive change in my life but me. Okay? So why should I care what other folks think? And God cannot use you when you care too much what the people of this world have to say. How are you going to push my agenda when you're trying to push yours? Mine ain't a part-time agenda, God says. No, it is the agenda. And the only way I'm going to get glorification from you, and you. And if y'all share how I have manifested in your life, where I done brought you from, the dark places, the dark desires, how I done pushed you forward into the light, why it is that you believe in me. You have to share that. You have to have courage to be a Christian. And we have a lot of powerless, cowardly Christians. Because they want to make it seem like everything is hunky-dory when it's not. It's not. Sometimes the truth shouldn't be so depressing. Because we got victory. It's depressing to the world, but it shouldn't be depressing to the Christian. The true Christians that know that God has unlimited wealth and resources, and that he's mighty and trustworthy to do what he said and promised he would do. These 199 promises of God. He's going to do what he said he's going to do. It's the other people, the flesh, that you have to be worried about. So at 55, I feel free. Because I can discuss who I am as a person. And there's more to come of that. But back to HIV and AIDS, is that Black people, the reason I shared it is because we're still dying from HIV and AIDS. We don't go to the doctor. We have free. Some of us, a majority of us, have free health care. Or we're getting it through our job. But it's mandatory now that you have health care. People are taking money out of their pocket for a premium for health care just because government said we have to have it and not even using it until we don't go to the doctor until something is falling off or we have dead. Look at that one girl that just came out about her HIV status and didn't even know. This one IG model, came out about her having full-blown AIDS and had no knowledge and was losing weight and getting sick and falling out all over the place. Come to find out she got full-blown AIDS. That is the norm. Ain't nobody dying from AIDS but black folks. Okay? That's sad. And how do I know? I used to work for Minnesota AIDS Project here in Minnesota. And they do a statewide survey every year to demographically pinpoint where the need is for HIV and AIDS prevention. And it's always the black folks. Still contracting AIDS. Still dying from AIDS. It's sad. It is very sad. Instead of going and taking accountability for one's actions and going to get tested, we're around here infecting other folks, knowing that we are or potentially can be at risk for HIV and AIDS. It's sad. So why would I perpetuate that and not share? I'm the one with HIV, okay? I'm taking care of myself as best I can. Some days are easier than other days as far as the desire to want to just, take a pill or, go to the doctor every 6 months. But I know what's going on in my body now. I don't have to be fearful that when I do go to the doctor, that I get this horrendous bad news that could have been caught a long time ago and caught in its beginnings. And here we are, I'm at the end. I don't see too many people to count that died of, or was almost dead from HIV and AIDS. Once you start getting communicable, diseases associated with being HIV and AIDS or AIDS-related diseases, it can devastate your life and your health permanently. You might not die, but you might not enjoy the same quality of life. And here you are today. But that's why I share my story. And I would hope more people will step forward and render the same help to people, the same testimony, because it's just one pill a day. And every 6 months you go to the doctor and find out what's going on and get that reassurance. Hey, I can go for another 6 months. I can go for another year. I can go for another 5 or 10 years. I can go for another 20. Now, the Lord is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger and great mercy, and of great mercy. I don't like giving people out the book, the chapter, in the verse, because that's going to keep you from going in the Bible and finding it yourself. You're going to trust me at my word instead of going in there yourself and finding it. So I'm going to tell you the book. And I don't turn the pages, so I ain't going to tell you the book. But he's slow to anger, and he's full of mercy. And that needs to be said. Okay? Slow to anger and full of... Because I know I done gave him plenty of reasons to be mad at me. I done took my will back and gave it, and took it back and gave it. It's just a constant tug of war. And he's always patient. And he's always merciful. Okay. That's been 9 minutes. Good. Well spent, I think. Let's talk about Takeoff. Takeoff's death has been just totally devastating to me. I still am impacted by death. It's not, I don't even know this man, but when you hear someone's demise in the flesh, I'm in the flesh, so that could have been me. My goodness. appeared that he wasn't doing anything wrong. He just happened to be around in amongst argument and crazy, confrontation and dismay. And he ended up shot 3 times. And he's dead now, in the head, back, or arm, or something like that. But I stay in my house. Okay? And the reason I stay in my house is because I know my attitude. Sometimes I have control over it, sometimes I don't. More nowadays than in the past. But people nowadays don't care. You might care, but you can't depend on the other person having consideration for your well-being. No. So why I'm going to be all up in folks' face? And I'm not living a miserable life. I'm living a safe life. And I'm able to come on here and share and be a beacon of light in opposed of death. But it's sad. My condolences go out to Takeoff's family and his friends. It's very sad that his life was just taken senselessly. And that just seems to be the theme of, commonplace. Nobody, we'll give it a day, 2 days, maybe even 5 days. But it's over with. Then we go on to the next step. It's just commonplace. And that's something very troublesome to me. His death is just an example of many deaths that came before it, that will come after it, senselessly. Nobody has to lose their lives, but because of guns, I don't know what the gun lobby people have, what kind of pool they got, but ain't nobody trying to stop this gun violence. No matter how bad it gets, no matter how many people die. For some reason, the gun lobbyists are winning. I don't know, is it because of the money? I have no idea. But you would think somebody would rise to the occasion and say, hey, something has to be done. Nope. Anybody saying nothing? None of that is being said. Nothing's being done to subside and save lives. They worked harder for HIV and AIDS. At least they got a treatment now. People ain't dying from HIV and AIDS. It's just like having diabetes or lupus or any other immune deficiency type disease. Take one pill and hey, you good for a month. So, you take or you can take a pill a day and you good for a month. Depends on what type of treatment you're on. But I do want to get accustomed to talking about things like this because it helps people in the long run. A lot of people kill themselves when they find out they got HIV. Come on now. You didn't kill yourself when you got gonorrhea, when you got the claps, chlamydia, herpes. Why you want to kill yourself when you have to just take one pill? You have to take one pill for Valtrex for the herpes. My goodness. Don't nobody want to be rubbing up against no bumps. Go take your Valtrex. But, I don't know. It's hard to stay positive, when the world looks so bleak. Speaking of bleak, let's talk about Dewayne Wade and Gabrielle Union and their son, who wants to be a female. And people's like, I brought it up to my spouse. I was like, and he said, well, maybe they supporting their child. How is that support of a child? During the course of a day, a child might go through 5 different things that he want to be when he grow up. Even at the age of 15. They don't know what they want. They just sampling everything, just like a buffet. And to indulge them would be ludicrous. That's crazy. You ain't finna change your name. You ain't finna do no body augmentations. You ain't finna do none of that. The best I could do for you is let you play with a doll or play in my heels or something. But we ain't changing nothing. You gonna change it when you get old enough and grown and you can make your own decisions. I'm not making any decisions that might come back to haunt me. I birthed a boy. I'm raising a boy. And I will do so until you turn 18. When you can decide what it is you want to be. But I ain't buying into it and I ain't spending my money on it. The period, in the point, in the blank, in that order. And get out of my face and go somewhere and sit down. And be a child. My goodness. You want the Grand Canyon for Christmas, you ain't gonna get it. Okay? You ain't gonna get it. And not in this lifetime. So you might as well wait until you have control of things. But I am in control of you until you turn 18. And I say, up until you 17 and 364 days. 65th day, I'm still your parent. Okay? Just give me that day. I'm going to take it. As soon as you turn 18, you do what you want to do. But up in here, nope, not going to happen. We ain't going to do that. So I don't know what Gabrielle, and what really struck me, I was watching Storm Monroe, and Storm Monroe was talking about it was a courtesy that he even told the biological mom that they were intending to change his name and stuff like that. And I think he's, in order for him not to be looking more boyish, that he might be on some hormone blockers or no. But how is it a courtesy for the biological mom to even know that their child is making moves like this? Like she had nothing to do with the birth of the child. People are going crazy. Ain't that ludicrous? At least she got a right to know. She might not have a decision in it. Maybe she lost her rights to the kids, but it's a courtesy. Now, see, people get hurt over something like that. Okay, that's my child. You done got this actress woman pretending to be their mom and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. But I'm still madre. Okay, around here. See, that's how people get hurt. Doing the crazy. And then it was so interesting about the marriage is, I don't know, don't Gabrielle kind of seem butch? And he's saying, I seen the picture that he had, it was a yellow tank top, sort of like this, but he had pearls on. Pearls around his neck. And a little slimmer than he normally looked. And she looked slimmer than she normally. They look good, fabulous. But the dynamic was just different. It wasn't like husband and wife. It was like husband and husband. I don't know. People like and enjoy different things in the bedroom. I don't know. But he said he enjoyed being submissive in a relationship. So Storm Monroe says he likes playing the submissive part and laid back and letting her run the show. I don't know. Each his own. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it, but something in there ain't right with the buttermilk if you got the child trying to be submissive too and wanting to be a woman. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know. Growing up, even if you wanted to be a woman, you didn't say nothing about it until you got old enough to do something about it. But now you want your parents' help? You ain't getting it over here. I wish my son would come in here talking about he want to be a woman. We'll throw a Tupperware party. Okay. I won't be there. My goodness. I would, now he's grown. He can make his own decisions, of course. But if he would have came at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, no, you do that on your own time. I had to, you're going to have to do it. I ain't finna make no decisions in that department, except the one I made when you came through them pearly gates as a boy. I'm just saying, y'all. But what else I wanted to talk about? We done talked about the HIV and AIDS. We done talked about Dewayne Wade and Takeoff. Ain't nothing else interesting to talk about. Nothing. That's why I haven't been on here. But I do want to just switch the gears and talk about things that I think women want to talk about. Like their men, like they cheering folks, they jobs and prosperity, spirituality. Yeah. I want to talk about those things. I don't want to just talk about people all the time and stars. I know that's how I started out, but it's not interesting. My goodness, I think our stuff is more interesting. You know, and the reason I say women's stuff is because a majority of my followers and people that come onto this channel are female. Only about 13%, 18% is men. So let's talk about stuff that uplift us, inspire us, and keep us empowered, you know, and learning from experiences. You'll be surprised. I got a wealth of knowledge when it comes to women. I grew up in a family full of women. The boys are like 1%. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. We got 183 subscribers. So we're going to be at 500 before the 3 months is up. I just feel it in my bones. If y'all just send this on and share it, like it, subscribe to it, we's in there. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Holla!